8th grade, it's wonderful to see you guys today. This is your very first academic assembly of the year. If you remember from past years, this is how it goes. Some Fridays you'll come down, you'll have an art direction assembly, and some Fridays, instead of bringing a presenter from outside of our community, you are the presenters. And today, Mrs. Ward's 6th grade ELA and geography class have been working very hard for you today. Let's give them a round of applause. After their presentations today, we're also going to do something else for the first time this year. We're going to be giving our character awards. Now, in kindergarten through 4th grade, you probably all remember getting the wonderful Leaves in the Forest of Virtue that you get awarded for celebrating one of the 4 virtues. It was the inspiration for our mural that's on the wall. That was someone's capstone project several years ago. In 5th through 8th grade, we continue and we build on that tradition by your teachers awarding a few students at each grade level, at each academic assembly, a character award for something that they've noticed that you've done, for something that we've observed you positively impacting your peers with, for something we want to thank you for. So today we'll do that for the first time as well. Without further ado, I'd like to turn things over to Ms. Ward, who will introduce her students and today's show.
Unfortunately, they worked so hard and made so many wonderful skits that we weren't able to put them all in the movie this morning. So some of them you'll be able to see on the website, on my website later on, maybe sometime next week I'll get that all put together and on there. So there's a lot more great skits and wonderful representations of what we've been learning in 6th grade. But this morning you're just getting a little sampling in our movie. So take it away.
you spell skirmish? Kaylin?
S-K-E-R-M-I-S-H.
Sorry, but that is incorrect. Zan?
S-K-I-R-M-I-S-H.
You are correct. Number 2. What is the meaning of enid? Zan, you were first.
Learning from age.
You are wrong. Sorry. Kaylin?
Having from birth or occurring naturally rather than being learned.
You are correct. Question number 3. Is conspicuous used correctly in this sentence? The tall man is conspicuous. Sam,
Yes, it is.
you are correct. Number 4. The man wants a ham, egg, and cheese sandwich. Number 4. Where do you put the commas? Kaylin?
After ham and after egg.
You are correct. Number 5. The man was born on December 6th. What should the punctuation be? A period, question mark, or exclamation mark? Zan, you are correct. Number 6. Mr. Shan was very sad. What should be capitalized? Kaylin,
The end mystery.
you are correct.
Let's show us that skin of the quiz.
and get this going. I'm just going to say two things. One, Ms. Alnowski was in the lunchroom 2 days ago, and I was in the lunchroom yesterday reminding everybody about MathZor. Can you just raise your hand if you know what I'm talking about? You remember that conversation? Excellent. Put your hands down. Now that we are a 5th through 8th grade all together, I should just inform you that I think the 1st grade is pretty intent on winning. So if you intend to practice your math facts more than the 1st grade, you better start ASAP because they're very excited about this too. Now I know a lot of you were directed to this mural on the right. That is the mural where we'll be tracking your math facts practice 1 mile at a time, 1 home room at a time. You started in Franklin, Mass, and you're going to move all the way over to Hawaii, across on the other side of that pipe. Okay? Does anybody have any questions about the math facts competition as we presented it at lunch? I know we did not have a lot of time, but we talked about it at lunch. Let me answer a few questions, and then we'll see where we're at. Ms. Jacques. Starts on Monday. Starts on Monday. Good question. Danny. How many minutes equal a mile? What I believe is correct, and double check this when you look at your letters. 3 minutes of practice, and again, the program can tell if you're just kind of looking at a problem or you're actively using it. So 3 minutes of practice equals 1 mile. So we can do some quick math. If you practice for 30 minutes, how many miles? Thank you. Right. I believe so, yeah. In real life, if you were to fly from Franklin, Mass to Hawaii, that you have some ocean there, right? Alana. We're math fact to math fact to math fact. Yeah. So you'll be practicing different math facts that are designed for your specific grade level. Hunter.
How many miles through Hawaii?
How many miles for Hawaii? I don't know exactly. Does anybody know how many miles exactly it is from here to Hawaii? A lot. I think the way that it worked out is if each class, if everybody in each class participates and does a few minutes a night, it would take almost 10 weeks for one whole class to get that far. If you added it all up. So if you've only got a couple of kids in each class participating, your class is either going to fall a little bit behind some of the other classes that have everyone helping each other, or it's going to just take you a lot longer than the 10 weeks that we think it can take. Looks like we're ready to go. Thank you guys for your patience. I'm glad we had an opportunity to talk a little bit more about that. Let's give Mr. Heater and Mr. Semple a big round of applause.
9 a.m. on my mind, I can never get enough. Every time I take the quiz, all the vocab goes up. Then I fell.
We like to sleep all day and study all night. This is how we like to live our life.
Dun 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 dun. Be wise. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Getting an A on the really wise quiz.
Why do I always have to do really wise? I know, right? It's so long. We're done. We are too. Hey, we just finished. Really wise. It was easy as pie. Before it came into our lives, we used to have so bad. Our teachers knew that. Knew that. Really, guys? Hey, I just finished. Really wise. It was easy as pie. Hey, we just finished. Really wise. It was easy as pie. Before it came into our lives, we used to have so bad. Our teachers knew that. Knew that. Really wise. Yeah. Really, guys, thanks for rubbing it in. No problem. No problem.
Good morning, class. Today we're going to be working on the water cycle.
This class is so boring. I wish it were more fun. So boring. Boring. Yeah. Hey, how about a song? Okay. Hey, this is the water cycle. It goes through many stages, so we can remember down and first it starts with evaporation, then goes to condensation, then precipitation. Remember all the things she reminded us, and now telling her instead. Remember all the things she reminded us. We got that act she said. Remember all the things she reminded us, and now telling her instead. Remember all the things she reminded us. We got that act she said. This is how the water cycle goes. This is how we very, very slow. Got the fast, we got the fast. This is starts with evaporation, then it goes to condensation, and then precipitation. I wish it were that easy. Hey, ladies! Down to business! You didn't do a very important test accounts for half your rate. Therefore, you must stay after school and make it up. Here's a pass. Any questions? You know, I can't talk about it. So, see you then! Okay, girls, here's the director. You'll have your review, then you'll have your test, and then my booties. I mean, girls, yeah. Okay, girls, your time to review. Let's go. Okay. Wait, I didn't study. Me neither. We have to review. Okay, do you know if English is on the test? Yeah, it is. Okay, so. Cough. Oh, we're reading to English. Yay! So well, I was studying for a test. Okay. Well, some things about England are that Queen Elizabeth is the ruler, the English Channel and the Atlantic Ocean surround England,
Some nights I stay up, cashing in my bag.
Some nights I stay up staring at my textbook. I don't know how to study. And some nights I wish I never had to do this. How does this even help? But I can't give up. I need to keep looking up all the facts that will be on my test. How do I study? How do I study? Most nights I don't know. Oh, 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 oh. Some nights I stay up staring at my textbook. I don't know how to study. And some nights I wish I never had to do this. How does this even help? But I can't give up. I need to keep looking up all the facts that will be on my test. How do I study? How do I study? Most nights I don't know. Oh, 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 oh. This is how you study. You read over your novels, and you can read the chapters. Once you have finished, you're ready for the test. Keep using the strategy, and then you'll get an A. Then you'll get an A. You'll get an A. Some nights I stay up staring at my textbook. I don't know how to study, but I can't give up. I need to keep looking up all the facts that will be on my test. How do I study? How do I study? Most nights I don't know. Oh, 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 oh. That wasn't so hard.
Some nights I call it a draw.
That was a lot of fun. Let's give our sixth grade a round of applause. Now, ladies and gentlemen, for our last part of today's assembly, I'm going to call some names up. Because this is the first time we're doing this year, I'm going to explain to you a little bit of how this works. If you are a teacher or staff member who's presenting a character work, please come on up. I'm going to call students in 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. If you call your name, I'm going to ask you to please come up and stand on the stage and wait until the teacher awards you your character award, and then you can return to the stage. And then we'll all sit down together at the end. Okay? In 5th grade, can I please have Talon Hughes? Can I also have Lyndon Bruner? In 6th grade, can I have DJ Shabbat? 7th grade, Oliver Fernandez, Andy Cusack, and Shane Downs. In 8th grade, Caroline Landry, Alina Button, Keely Dion, and Victoria Morales. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm actually going to award the first one today. Mr. Velke is not able to make it at this assembly, but he nominated this student. And he asked me to award this award to him and to share something he wrote, explaining why. So Lyndon Bruner, please come forward. Lyndon, Mr. Velke is awarding you this award for 2 reasons. The first, Lyndon has demonstrated outstanding perseverance, completing his makeup work after having missed school for a period of time. Lyndon has not made any excuses in an attempt to hand in his makeup work and has been able to reach all of his assigned deadlines. The second reason for recognizing Lyndon is he is the last student in the cafeteria every day, staying behind to help clean up after all of his peers, pushing in chairs, wiping tables that were forgotten, and picking up items off the floor. Thank you, Lyndon, for all of your hard work, and I want you to know that it has not gone unnoticed.
Good morning again. I am here to recognize DJ, and I'm giving him this award this morning because at the beginning of the school year, we always work hard to kind of figure out what it means to be a sixth grader, what that looks like in the classroom, what that looks like out of the classroom. And DJ has done that very well. He's a great role model to his peers. So I said we would like to recognize the virtues you demonstrate every day. You arrive to class each day prepared and ready to learn. You are a good friend and an excellent role model. Your efforts are noticed and appreciated.
I'm here to recognize talent. We are recognizing talent for outstanding character because she truly does her best to show good character at all times. Talent follows directions the first time they are given, and she knows the routines of the classroom and is always prepared for her lessons. Talent is friendly and respectful to her classmates and teachers alike. She is always helping out around the classroom. Talent goes home courtyard, so at the end of every day, she helps to put up the chairs of students who've forgotten or were absent. And she goes through and organizes the classroom supplies and then picks up all the stuff on the floor that's left. She does this on her own without being asked. Talent can recognize when something needs to be done and just does it. She comes to school each day with a positive attitude and ready to get to work. Talent will recognize how hard you work and the kindness that you show to others. You're a wonderful example of the good character we practice at this school.
Good morning. I am here on behalf of Dr. Perry, and I would like to bring up Andy Cusack and Shane, please. So Dr. Perry is not in on Friday, so she asked me to read this agreement. I was so glad when Mrs. Arnott said that she would share these awards with you today. Since I am unable to be here today, I wanted to be sure that these two students were recognized in a special way. Several weeks ago, we had a community service day, and you may remember that Mrs. DiMartino organized all the grades to take pictures for the school calendar. The 7th grade were organized to help on that day. The kindergarten, grades 1 and 2 and 3 were asked to go to the library for their pictures. They are little people, and many of them had to stand on chairs to be seen. Shane Dowling and Andy Cusack were there helping the little ones get on and off the chairs. No easy task. I watched both of them be very careful that the children were safely situated, and then to get off the chairs. When the picture was taken, they would both quickly duck so that they would not be in the photograph. Shane and Andy stayed there behind the scenes the whole time, and then, without being asked, helped to put the library back in order. They deserve to be recognized today in a special way for acting out so well the student pledge, to do the best, to show good character, and to build a respectful, safe, and positive environment, even when no one is looking. It happened that I was. Congratulations to both of you. I am here to recognize Ollie Fernandez. Ollie is being recognized today for being helpful, kind, and thoughtful. Ollie is a student who always does the right thing. He is polite and respectful to his peers and teachers. He is friendly and generous and always can be found with a smile on his face. During our first community service day last month, Ollie helped Mrs. DiMartino with the school calendar. When the pictures were all taken and it was time to clean up, Ollie took it upon himself to clean and pick up the trash on the floor and stack the chairs. He did this as many of his peers watched. He is a role model to his peers and displays character when no one is looking.
Good morning. I am here to recognize my really impressed with her work there. And Caroline is also a student and a young lady that assists teachers without being asked to on a regular basis, offering to help all the time, and also really showing compassion for the other students, especially in the 8th grade, and doing whatever she can to help a fellow student. And for that, I really wanted to recognize Caroline.
Bonjour. Bonjour, les élèves. I'd like to recognize, first before I recognize the students, I'd like to say thank you to everyone for working so hard for French Week. It is a lot of work and months of preparation. So many people have helped. So it's amazing. It's an amazing event and it takes a lot. I'd like to thank the grade 8 students as a whole grade because the amount of work that was put in, number one, the mural and the wall that they had to fix it up. So many people stayed after school to help fix it up. The box for the question of the day, a student took it upon herself to do it at home. Scooby-Doo show that some of the grades K to 4, the students performed it last year, a whole group of them said, we'll do it again. They worked on it, they performed the board. The questions of the day, students took it upon themselves to find questions to share with you. The game, the event, the Tour de Franklin, it's fun, but it's a lot of work and students were nervous competing. We had a few injuries because so many people wanted to win, some staff injuries, but it was all fun. The lunch that was provided at long lunch, so many students, every one of you provided a dish for people to share. The dressing up to visit students K to 4, the grade 8, dressed up, went to every class, shared with them a little gift that they made. So I'd like you to turn around and give an applause to all of the grade 8 students for working so hard. If I can give a certificate to everyone, it would be good. But there are a couple of people who went beyond. So I'd like to recognize first Alina. Come over, please, Alina. Alina, besides being an exceptional student, she took it upon herself, seeing how stressed I am. She emailed me and asked me whether I needed any extra decorations. I said, no, I'm fine, thank you. But again, she went and got all these decorations, red, white, and blue. She saw me how stressed I was. She said, can I help you in any way? I said, I needed to put all those posters around the school in the modular. She says, I'll stay. I said, but I haven't told your mom. So she rang mom, and she stayed until 5 o'clock. That was amazing that she's so observant to see that I didn't even ask her, that she took it upon herself to take that job. And she was all alone until 5 o'clock. We were here practicing the can-can. She was there busy putting all the posters. So thank you, Alina, for incredible. I'm lucky to have you as a student. The other person I'd like to recognize is Victoria Morales and Edie Dion, who's not here with us. She's traveling for Thanksgiving. Both of those girls were amazing. They took it upon themselves, again for French Week, to choreograph the whole can-can dance. There were how many students altogether? 14 students, boys and girls, very challenging. Only 2 weeks. In about 2 weeks and a half, they gave up their weekend, they choreographed the whole thing. It meant rehearsal after school, their own time, worked very hard. So I'm very grateful. It was fun, and not just fun, but it was sharing something that do you know that in grade 6, one student said to me, she can't wait to be doing the can-can. So the can-can is a traditional, and it's an event that has to take place. And you put so many hours into it. So I thank you for it, for persisting, and for persevering, and for doing a great job. Thank you. And I'll give Keely Dion later on her. She was amazing, just like Victoria. Both of them worked very hard. So thank you.
One more round of applause for her. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this brings a close to our assembly today. But I wanted to say one more thing. I was particularly impressed with you as an audience today. You guys did a nice job during the 6th grade presentation, and and you did a nice job during the character award presentation. So I thank you for that. I thank the teachers who took the time to recognize some of the kids who were caught being good, who we saw all the wonderful things and heard about all the wonderful things. It's one of my favorite parts of these assemblies. It's hearing not only about what you're learning in your classes, but how you're acting and how you're treating one another. So thank you for that. I'm going to dismiss our 5th grade.